It is a brand new edition of Hockey and Hounds. It's actually probably our final edition of the year. With John Tortorella, I'm Jason Myrtetus, brought to you by Ticketmaster. Make more memories live. Torts, I mean, it's crazy. We're closer to September than when we first started. 82 games in, and every single game is going to have meaning.
Yeah. We've kind of beat up that phrase a little bit, meaningful games, right? But it's been a great experience for us. I really am proud of the guys that we go through that losing streak and they have found a way to gather themselves. Urs has stepped back in here and allowed us to try. I just want us to try to get in and feel some of that pressure that goes with it, and then get to the real pressure of playoffs.
What the hell did you find in New York? Because it seemed like you reclaimed yourself. Transition offense, structure, neutral. The neutral zone play has been huge in the tournament.
It's been we lose. I'm not sure what our record was when we lose in all the games towards the end here, but we actually weren't playing that badly. We were developing offense. We couldn't finish. We're having guys struggle finishing. Our metrics as far as our offensive numbers were really good, other than those two games of Columbus and Montreal. Although Montreal, we developed a lot of offense too. We just talked as a team that the first thing we're going to do here and just make sure double, triple, quadruple it over was playing in front of our goalie, playing better away from the puck, playing in the middle of the ice, and let things come off of that. And, I give them credit. They really structured themselves. They really concentrated on that. I think we got saves from Urs. We weren't getting saves from our goalies. And it's not a complaint. It's not a criticism. I've said it's our goaltending situation that has found its way at the end of the year. Yeah. We weren't sure when it was going to happen with us when we lost Carter, but we knew sooner or later it was going to come back and bite us. It comes at this time. But I give Urs a tremendous amount of credit as far as his mental toughness is just reestablishing himself, and he gets to play a very important game for us.
I mean, the resolve after what you guys have been through recently to play a 1-0 game, zero margin for error, to go out there and play that game at that time, to me, is incredibly, I think, important for him to be able to battle to the other side to win a 1-0. If I'd have told you you're going to win a 1-0 game a week ago towards, you'd have had me committed.
And you're right, especially and the biggest part for me was the beginning of the game for Urs, because he made a couple of really big saves.
The right pad save was huge.
I think it was on Meyer, right? Meyer comes down the slot, Lotz chases the puck, Meyer comes all alone. The first goal is so important, right? And for him to make a couple of big saves, that one being the best. We score a shorthanded goal in really a very low event game. Yeah. I broke it down. Oh, my God, it was so boring, but it was so pressure-filled for us because it meant something. And to bang away and just keep on trying to play away from the puck and get a win, it gives us a chance to play on Tuesday when it means something.
And the third period you play against the Rangers,
I
mean, you close them out.
Yeah.
That's an identity thing that you guys had earlier this season.
It's a great point, because I told the coaches, make sure you cut all the clips there, because it was probably the best stick work we had as far as stick on puck, and it was probably our best structure within the neutral zone. Yeah. And we probably had, in one period, I bet you 25, 30 flippers. Yeah. Getting out of our end zone, going to chase it. It's a huge part of the National Hockey League, where 10 years ago, we never even talked about flipping the puck. Yeah. We talked about puck support, banging it off the boards, bring our support over. Never the high flippers. We probably flipped 20, 25 pucks in that third period and just played. Tried to chase it down, stayed in front of it. We didn't get it, and just played with our structure. It was a really good teaching tape, I think, as we move forward here.
You still got one to go, obviously, against the Caps, and you don't have the control that you had before, but the intensity level. You talked about it last week. You said, the intensity level of these games, we can call these playoff games, and the intensity level is higher.
Oh, sure.
But it is nowhere near what it is when they put those logos on the ice for Stanley Cup playoffs.
No, and that's what, I've said it. I hope we get an opportunity to experience that. Do we think it'll be a long run? We got a ways to go. We got a ways to go just to be considered as a playoff team. Mm-hmm. But we're here now. And like I told them before the Ranger game, I just want us to be proud. At At the end of the season, I'm not sure where it all it will be in the standings. Do we in or out? I just want you in the summertime feel proud that you battled right to the end. And to this point, they gathered themselves and played very hard, and it gives them a great opportunity to play a pretty exciting game for us.
Now you have an opportunity with the one game. We'll see what we're taping this on Monday. See what happens Monday, but a chance. And it may sound cheesy to say, but to meet the moment.
Yeah.
Meeting the moment. That's why these all 82 meaning something meant something, because you can find out so much information through struggles this season for individuals or struggles for the team, but to now meet the moment when you have an opportunity.
Yeah, and it's you get to these games, but for me more so playoffs. That's what your legacy is as a player, not playing.
You want the moment.
Yeah, you do. You don't want to run from it, and some guys run from it. Some guys, go up in a ball and they just can't handle the situation.
They'd rather go play golf.
Yeah, they see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't think our guys will, but I've seen it happen. That it happens to athletes that they've just had enough.
Yeah.
And this is where you make your legacy in these type of games at the end of the year, not in game 55. And then when you get to playoffs, do you step up in an away building, you're down 2-1 in a series, and just play a great game to tie the series up 2-2, whatever it may be. That's where you find out about players, and that's what you're remembered for. And I think we all want to be remembered, right, when your career's over. You don't get remembered in those middle-of-the-season games. Yeah. It's these types of situations that you do.
Sometimes, Smitty and I were talking about this on postgame. Sometimes, a team, the way they react to a certain situation. Your team in Columbus, back when you knocked out Tampa in the first round, you're down 3-0 in the game, and then you smacked them, and you got them wobbly, and they never recovered in that series. Like, how does that happen? Is it just that they never been punched in the face?
Well, they had such a great year. Remember,
and they coasted to the finish.
They did. They didn't have much adversity at all, and I think you need to go through adversity before you get into playoffs. We're down 3-0. Bob was awful.
Yeah.
Bob was so nervous. He looked awful in the first period. I never thought about taking him out because what do you do plan B? If you take your number one out in game one, what if number two struggles? Which plan B? And
going back to the guy I just hooked.
Yeah, the guy Bob makes a save early in the second period on a penalty kill. Cross ice pass, he goes across, makes a pad save. If it's 4-0, that series could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
That's how quick the momentum can change. We score a couple of goals, a shorthanded goal, and we were just playing.
Yeah.
And it just took off from there. You can't script it. You never know when it's going to happen.
It's bananas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nuts.
You would have been home in 5 days.
Yeah, probably.
So he makes that save. They're going home.
And he looks so bad in the first period.
It's
so bad.
Going against that team too, like I mean, as a goalie, you're just absolutely, in your pants. You're going, look at these guys. It's an absolute wagon over there, but just crazy. Towards Hockey and Hounds, we go all the way back to October when we started this year, and you and I have been at this every single week, and I am so proud to say that we have featured 21 dogs, and 19 of them, 13 are adopted. Another 8 are in foster care, and the people that are fostering, phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is great, and we need more people to foster. But the fact that 19 of 21 dogs are not in the shelters is probably your team might get in the playoffs. That's great.
Yeah.
But we put 19 of 21 dogs out of the shelter.
Yeah, and sometimes I wonder what's more important.
Yeah.
And you know what I can't thank you and Smitty enough as far as how you've brought this program along and allowed me and my family to be involved in it. And we're proud to be it. So many people ask me about this when I see them out in the public and just walking around. But you know who I'm proud of is the people that listen.
Yep.
And they're the ones that are doing the work with these dogs now, that have given them a better life.
They're heeding the call.
Yeah, they're giving them a better life. Those are the most important people. You and I pound our chests and try to get it out there.
Yep.
These are the people that are doing the real things, and the shelters
that
are taking care of these animals until they find their next step. So I can't be more thankful for the show and for the people that have helped us help these animals.
Yeah, I get more questions about this than I do anything else.
Me too.
It's great. The only two we're trying to find a home for still, people can go back into past episodes and see Dakota, that was the blind.
Yeah.
Siberian Husky, just beautiful dog. And then also August is a past episode, but really recent. So we're going to find those 2 dogs homes as well. I know we have a good lead on Dakota as well.
That's great.
Our dog this week, though, this dog's name is Kculli.
Great name.
It's not the easiest one to say, but Kculli was part of a rescue from back in 2021 alongside 33 other dogs. It was from the home of a dog fighter, and the majority of these dogs have already found homes, but Kculli and 3 others are still waiting. So we have to find Kculli the forever home. A terrier pit bull mix, female. Nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Kculli. I mean, just the head is awesome.
God. And this is almost 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's in a better place, obviously,
Yeah.
with the people there at SPCA, but, where she came from, much better place, but now it's time for the next step here, and she looks beautiful.
Yeah, she had a rough beginning, but this dog is ready for a great
Why wouldn't she have a rough beginning?
Yeah.
Who knows what was going on with whoever the person was or people. Oh, it just makes my stomach turn as far as when you hear these stories, and you hear them every day.
Yeah. And 33 other dogs rescued in that one thing. That's crazy. She's a bit shy at first, but she will open up quickly, loves people. She can live with kids, but maybe in a house without other dogs or other pets. And Kculli, I mean, just an absolute beauty. We think probably in that 3 to 4, maybe 5-year range.
Hope she gets a chance, because who knows what was going on for who knows how long, right?
Yeah.
And these situations. So I hope she gets a chance. And judging from our batting average that you just discussed here, there's someone out there. There needs to be someone out there and to help out and at least start the process as fostering.
Yeah.
And maybe she finds her forever home.
And maybe the foster's a fit, or a friend of the foster that says, hey, I really like this dog. So Kculli is one of them. By the way, our batting percentage is Hall of Fame worthy. I don't mean to beat my own chest, but it doesn't happen often. Visit the Hockey Hounds homepage at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com/HockeyHounds. You get all the info on Kculli there. You'll get all the info on Dakota, who we featured in August as well. And maybe it's fun to even go back and look at some of the other dogs, too, that we featured through the year. Yeah. Because, I mean, I remember going back to Corn Pop, right?
Yes.
And we know about Coffee Cake and how committed everybody was to getting her. Piglet back. The couple of Cody and Cobalt we finally have in a foster together. Yeah. So they're trying to work it out. Maybe they had a little couples therapy. You know what I'm saying?
All beautiful animals, and it's rewarding. It's rewarding to be just a little piece of this.
Yeah.
And, hope we keep on making it bigger and better, and keep on touching the people out there. We all become a community, a pretty cool community, trying to make a difference.
Yeah. Good people in the community. I remember we featured Max, the German Shepherd. I think he lasted 6.5 minutes. Then I saw a tweet that he found his forever home. He was sitting on the new sectional and the whole thing. I mean, the dog was beautiful, right?
God,
I mean, just unbelievable. So to everybody that's been a part of fostering or adopting or just pushing the word out or talking to people, getting to your community, we are forever appressive. So
and to pause and PSPCA, the people out there, the work they do, man, people, you need to understand the amount of work and the emotion that they put into this.
Yeah, it's for them. I imagine it's rewarding, but it's also heartbreaking at times. Yeah. So, Hockey Hounds has been a great season in that regard. Again, visit the homepage PhiladelphiaFlyers.com/HockeyandHounds. One more to go, Torts.
Okay, man.
Do you have a big speech lined up for pregame?
I don't think I need to say much here. It's almost I got to make sure we're not too wired up here.
Yeah.
But our guys have handled themselves well. It as I said right from the get-go, after the first month, you could see our room come together. Great experiences we've gone through the year here, ups and downs. A pretty big down one at the wrong time, but we're still there, and that's the most important thing.
Meet the moment.
Yep.
That's Hockey and Hounds. Everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for another edition next year on Hockey and Hounds. Thanks, Torts.
Thanks, man.